Here we go. Hold on. Let me get this fucking doc up. Also, this episode was probably going to be straight trash until today. So I'm glad we waited until today because we got to match it, I think.
Also,
Keep that in the intro.
the ruling of Britain's conservative shit came down.
And is she, when did this happen? Recently?
I
Just
guess
now?
maybe because it's in California, so it might have just happened. Like,
Oh, so it's like 9 p.m.
I think I was
8 o'clock.
reading it. I was reading it while I was waiting. Well, yeah, roll us in, then we can talk about it because it's not. She was the star of Crossroads. It's
And she
TV.
and she was also in How I Met Your Mother. Welcome to the Whole for Everything podcast. This is the Free Britney episode of the Whole for Everything podcast. We're gonna somehow correlate her and film and TV because we have nothing to talk about this episode. And we're here. We're drinking. I don't know where my headphones are. It's very bright in here. Can't see myself. I don't know how shiny I look or white. Do I look too white?
I mean,
I
not to
always
be
look too
insulting, but
white.
you look just as white as ever.
All right, hold on. We're gonna see if we can dim this, but maybe not take up the whole. We like warm white. Oh no.
Yeah, let's really make this difficult for the editor. Let's just change the fucking color grade while we're recording.
Okay.
Beautiful,
All right.
beautiful.
All right, we're back. I'm not even gonna bother. I'm done. Jess is still. I don't even fucking know what she's doing anymore because I've never
Well,
seen a feature.
she's crashing cars.
Just said she just did a crash scene, a car crash scene. I don't know if she was in the car or
Well, no,
she was
she
just.
sent us a thing.
Yeah, but
You think she
on
was the
my
stunt
phone,
driver of the car?
I'd be sick. Is that what best boys do?
Yeah, Best Boy Crip is now. It's like you do G&E, but you also are the stunt driver in case they
You
on
also
backup. The
risk your
backup
life.
stunt, the backup stunt professional.
I would absolutely be down. Anything,
You
anything
just
that
have a
could,
death wish.
anything that could possibly end my life. Uh, I would be. Is that? Can you hear that noise?
What noise?
Okay, it's just
Well, describe
okay.
it.
It was did it. You like that?
Was it
You like the
Zelda?
little? No,
Song
it
of Storms
was
from Zelda? Ocarina of Time?
no. I just it was
Top 10 video game of
it
all
was
time?
no. I think Dan actually might come on.
Oh,
I don't
fuck. That'd
know.
be dope.
Yeah, but she has to. Here's the rule though: our guests have to
Here's the
go by the
rule.
topics that we discuss, and
Yeah.
that's it.
I think we should
Not
also
fucking.
level a rule that you should gender them properly.
I didn't say. I just now. I didn't
You
say.
just did. I promise you when this episode comes out that you just did.
I'm sorry, Dan. If you do come on, I apologize. Anyway, well, I'm trying to figure out what would Dan want to talk about out of our list, and what should we avoid until they get on, if they do come on. Well, whatever.
You think
Anyway,
Dad wants
so
to talk
Jess
about
is
Brittany?
that we'll save it. We'll just keep talking about Jess for right now, and
Fair enough.
whatever you've done or whatever I've done. I got my nails painted.
I
'Cause,
saw that.
I'm on a very gay, or no, I'm done. But it was a very gay feature, not as a joke gay, but literally gay.
The
Um,
one of the major themes, I'm certain.
Everyone's gay. All the characters are gay. It's a major theme, yes. Um, it's kind of a funny concept. It's a horror comedy situation. It's starring a bunch of like Broadway people, but the only person that I really know is Ariana Grande's brother.
Yeah.
Um, he was on Big Brother, which is like one of my favorite shows, and
Really?
yeah, I don't know why, but
Neither do I.
um, I haven't watched in a couple of years, but
Well,
I
it's been
used to be
over,
obsessed
so
with it.
it's like
No, 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 it's not. Every year, still
how
going.
how I Met Your Mother?
No, Big Brother, Big
Big
Brother.
Brother. Oh, I
Mm.
misheard. I misheard and thought you were talking about a sitcom that ended like a decade ago. I was
It
like,
almost
Eric.
ended. It almost ended a lot earlier than that, which is a story that we can mention during the Britney Spears thing. But anyway, what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Frankie.
Big Brother, and
Yeah,
Ariana
Big
Grande's
Brother.
brother.
Ariana Grande's brother. I was waiting for her to show up, but she never did, and I'm very disappointed. Um, Frankie's cool though. The brother's cool.
That's
Just
dope.
chilling. I thought he would be honestly. I thought he would be the worst one out of all of them, but he ended up being the best. He made the whole thing kind of worth it. Like it wasn't. We weren't like
Ooh,
dreading. He just
Danny's
go
here.
ahead.
Should I let him in?
But yes, yes, do it. Or do you want to wait? Do you want
Well,
to wait until we talk about
I already
Brittany?
clicked admit, so
Already in.
Danny's
Already
about
in.
to be a part of it, which is
I
exciting
can't.
because I haven't seen Danny since.
Hello, Danny.
But why am I
Uh,
looking at you twice?
I don't know. I'm not looking at you
Also,
twice, so
when Dan comes in, also, do you have it on speaker view just so we?
yeah, it's on speaker view.
Okay, cool. Because I've just been looking at your screen very largely.
Yeah, same. This does feel like a very like straight up conversation between the two of us.
But it does go back and forth when I watch the recording. Anyway, until
Yeah.
Dan comes on,
Well, they should be. I guess it's just
I think Dan is in.
they're setting up. It looks like because like I see the mute button over top of the camera,
mm,
so we just gotta wait.
yeah. All right. Well,
But they,
anyway,
when Dan shows up, We'll be here.
will we?
Well,
That's
we're
nice.
only 5 minutes in. I know we've technically been recording for what 35 minutes
Yeah.
now, but only these past 5 minutes mean anything to us.
Anyway, so Jess is shooting car crash scenes. I just finished a very gay feature film. I'm exhausted. I'm supposed to be at work right now. I'm not going to say what job I'm supposed to be on right now because if anyone from that job watches this, they're going to know that I should be in New Jersey right now, but I'm not.
Well,
Anyway,
how many jobs you work in New Jersey, Eric?
well, the very large gay feature is in Jersey, so you never know what I could be doing where I am. I'm getting paid to do absolutely nothing right now. I'm getting paid to talk to Jake at 1 a.m. right now.
Now, there was a time where I thought maybe I'd be getting paid to do this show, but it seems seems unlikely to this point.
I do owe you guys lunch money for like the past 5 episodes, but I stopped paying when Jess randomly texted me and she goes, "You've been Venmoing me money?" She goes,
Dan,
"What up, Dan?"
connecting the audio.
Dan, we can't hear you. You got to connect to that. Oh,
No, it's
yeah.
coming. There we go.
There we go.
Hey.
There we
Hey.
go.
So I'm at summer camp.
Oh,
Okay,
I think I saw you post about that.
Yeah, I'm at summer camp. Hang on, I brought my little thingamabobber with me, so I
Just
can
what?
actually hold this and eat the
Think-
snacks I
Oh,
got.
okay.
Her thingamabobber.
Thingamabobber, whatchamacallit.
Okay.
Bendy
Oh.
tripod. How are you guys?
Pretty
How
good.
are you
Good.
guys?
What time is it where you are?
Because I have much to leave in on. So also I fell out of a tree.
All right.
Oh,
Okay, tell us about
Yeah.
the tree. Oh no.
It was a beautiful tree. It was a beautiful tree. And I wanted to climb it because I'm me. And so I climbed it, and just getting down was less successful. And so I dislocated my elbow.
And this was all after your first week at summer camp.
Oh no, this was within the first 4 hours.
Okay.
oh, jeez.
Did you? So you earned your stripes in the first 4 hours.
And the hang on, let me
Are you much more respected now? That,
hands free. Yeah, it went around. My name went around. They were like, someone fell out of a tree. I was like, yeah, that was me.
Well,
was you.
It's so good to see you guys' beautiful faces.
I wouldn't
Absolutely, I
say
was just-
beautiful.
well,
I
maybe
would
not
say
Eric.
beautiful. I said beautiful. I said
Yeah.
beautiful.
I was just thinking, like, I haven't seen Danny since Listen. Like, I've seen
Yeah.
like you only over social media.
So Eric is training me now, right?
Eric's training you?
Not this Eric.
Oh, I was gonna say that's
like,
something.
Wait a minute, what?
He probably should have told me.
Eric.
What have I been training you to do?
Training me to become a big dork.
Yeah. The only thing he's qualified to be.
I'm kidding. That was mean.
That was mean.
No.
That was mean.
No.
Take her off.
Take them.
Pick them off.
We talked about this, Eric.
Fucked up. Dan, when you watch this back, we had a whole conversation about how I would fuck it up. So
you did?
Yeah. Because I don't know why. Eric's untrustworthy.
That's right. And every time I fuck it up, Jake just looks at me and doesn't correct me because he doesn't want to put it on notice. But we both know that I fucked up.
Vending machine because it fucked it up the first time.
They have vending machines in the middle of the woods?
In the middle of the woods, yes.
And they have Sour Patch Kids.
They have Sour Patch Kids.
That's a good vending machine.
I guess that's what I meant.
Vending machine. Yeah. No, you want to see something really fancy? These chips are good. They are rosemary and olive oil.
Oh, geez.
Is that all? Is that what you guys have for lunch? Are you okay?
No, I was just very hungry because.
Blink twice if you're kidnapped. That would have been a good. That was supposed to be. We can't really see you blinking because the connection's not good
enough.
So even if you could be blinking 1,000 times and we wouldn't know.
It wouldn't be an effective way to.
Yeah. If you're being kidnapped, just straight up tell us.
It took me leaving New York for me to get on this podcast.
It's also we've been just doing a lot of Zoom situations here, and
I've also been telling Eric that we can't have guests until we have our shit together, but I've just given up in the past 2 episodes because we still don't have our shit together, but we're gonna have guests now.
We've been talking about getting our shit together for weeks. Well, Dan, you're our first guest ever. How does that feel?
What?
Yeah, you're the first.
You're the first. Your connection sucks. I keep fucking up your pronouns, and your arm is broken, and we haven't talked about film or TV in the first 10 minutes. You're killing it, Dan. You're killing it.
We're nailing this.
All right. Anyway, so we could just jump into it because we were talking about what would be the best thing for you, or I don't know, for everyone that knows what's going on, the whole Britney situation.
So here's the thing about being in the middle of the woods.
Go ahead.
I don't really know what's going on.
Okay.
So I'm the only one here who knows what's going on.
You're gonna have to fill me in, and I'm gonna get it secondhand from you guys.
Okay.
Well, I think it
just before we even go there, the only reason that we're talking about Britney is because she's technically.
I don't think we need to justify this, Eric. We talked about
Crossroads is a movie.
Yeah, Crossroads is a great movie.
Absolutely a movie.
I've never seen that movie, but I'm sure it's great.
I've never seen it either, but it's a movie.
I think I've honestly seen it twice in two very different decades. Like when it came out and I was like a child, and then like probably within the past 3 years, I think I've seen it again.
My mom wouldn't let me see it.
Oh.
I was excited because I was very young and Britney Spears was in a movie.
What is Crossroads about?
I don't know. I think it's
Crossroads.
It's about adventure and finding yourself and a fork in the road.
Was Justin Timberlake in that movie?
No, Justin Timberlake was not in that movie. But Dan kind of nailed it. It is all those things.
Right?
Who'd you say?
Wasn't Zoe Saldana in the movie?
I think you're right. Really? I actually think you're like I don't know the cast besides Britney off the top, but that does seem like one of those weird ones that it's like, oh yeah, there was like a really legit actor in there as well, because it was like Britney had not done anything besides music videos, and for some reason she's not. There's a singer in the movie, like someone's dream in that movie is to be a singer, but it's not Britney Spears.
What?
Like Britney Spears doesn't play. Like
Britney's just a regular character in the movie.
She's the central character, but it's not her central motivation to like like one of the characters, they all graduated high school and they're all going on this road trip, and I can't remember why. Oh, I can remember why. Brittany wanted to meet her mother, who she had, like, her parents, she's a child of divorce. Her mother lives in, like, California or some shit. And that's the road trip, going all the way across the country. And one of her friends that she's doing it with wants to be a singer, but not Brittany herself.
Is that because in real life she can't really sing?
No, because she does sing in the movie.
Oh, shit.
They weirdly, I think it's because that character has more emotional moments. And Brittany can't act those moments, so instead of making the characters different, they just made up excuses why that character couldn't sing when there was singing moments.
You should stop talking shit about Brittany real quick before you get attacked, bro.
I'm not talking shit about Brittany.
I think she can't act.
No, she's not as good of an actress as the person who is like that was their career. Like,
right. Also, I was the one who said she can't sing, so I don't.
Yeah, but also, I don't think we need to justify.
I'm
sorry.
We also need to justify bringing up Brittany because last week we spent
something like that by her studio.
That's true. Okay, yeah. Last week we talked about the
ranked choice voting.
Whatever. We were just whatever. It didn't work.
Yeah, we don't need to justify everything.
I threw the clip up. Nobody cared. We won't do it again. We're sorry.
Well, we messed that up because the vote had already happened.
Oh, fuck. So we were explaining the New York vote
after the New York vote had already happened. What was that, Dan? You kind of cut out.
Oh, sorry.
Wait, what?
Nothing.
What New York?
Never mind.
The mayoral election.
Everything's great.
Oh my god, who won?
No one yet.
Oh.
It's still happening.
We're not discussing this right now.
I gotcha.
This is a TV film podcast. Genuinely.
Well, it's just the primaries, so there's still the general election vote, but the primaries aren't over yet either, technically speaking.
What do you mean the primaries aren't over?
So
no. We're talking about Brittany. What happened with Brittany? Crossroads, best movie ever. Okay, Jake. Apparently, the conservatorship debate situation controversy is come to a decision in the last several hours.
Yeah,
go ahead. Really?
And it's sad news because the judge threw out her bid to take her father off of the conservatorship.
Damn.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Did she get did she get the IUD taken out? The UID?
Well, I mean, I'm certain that wouldn't have happened. Yeah. She doesn't have an improvised explosive device in it. But no, I'm certain that wouldn't have happened over the past 3 days, but
that's not what IUD stands for.
Oh, I thought you said IED. That's my bad. I misheard. IED stands for improvised explosive device. So he said IUD.
Eric, what did you say?
I said IUD, but I
I misheard is all that is.
But she's got the IUD. They won't allow her to take it out, correct?
Yeah, that was
what?
Yeah.
Damn, like, where you been?
Under
What's going on?
Under her dad's conservatorship, she had like a forced birth control, basically.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I hate that.
Yeah, but they ruled against it, so I don't know how it's going to go with the rest of the Free Britney movement.
Now, do you think there's any possibility where Britney actually is not well and we're just watching it from an outsider's perspective and we just assume the worst is happening? Here's
the other end of it, whereas even if that were potentially the case, it was just to take her father off of it. Because there's another group also in charge, and she wasn't bidding to take them out of it. It was exclusively to try and get her father out of that position, not to be totally out of that position in a general sense.
I think the worst part so far that I've heard is that she was basically forced to do the Vegas show for a year or whatever, and she only got like $2,000 a week.
Excuse me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When she was making almost $200 million a year to do those shows.
Yeah.
So that's wild. But I mean, I don't want to like because I don't know all the information. So like obviously
Yeah,
you hear
but to
the
me, it
worst
does
parts
seem
of
as
it.
though if you are
Right.
going to be like that high level of a performer and tour around the world and do all
You
these
should
things,
definitely get more than $2,000 a week
well, but I think that's also kind of proof that you're mentally well enough there to
to be able to
manage your
perform.
own
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
Like
yeah.
that's a high stress environment, and
That's
so
that.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the biggest thing. If you can perform 6 days a week for a year or two,
yeah,
people can't claim that you're fucking mentally unstable. I mean, they can, but
it
if
starts
they
to poke
are,
holes in that case. But yeah, it is that like while I was waiting for you to get up the setup, that I saw an article that said that because it was out in California, so it probably literally just came out like at 8 or 9 for them.
But I heard a cool story about How I Met Your Mother today. I was listening to a pod.
What?
Yeah. No. But it's
We're
about
circling
Britney.
back
It's
to
about
this.
Britney. No, it's about Britney. It's about Britney.
Oh, her
Um,
time when she guest starred on that.
Yeah, so How I Met Your Mother did 3 seasons, and apparently after the third season, I guess CBS, is that what channel it was on
I
at the
didn't really
time?
watch it, so I can't say.
What? Anyway, um, it was on CBS, and they didn't know if they were gonna renew the show because the ratings weren't great, which is crazy to think about because it's like one of the biggest shows of all time now.
Yeah, it eventually
Um,
built up a big following.
Yeah. So basically, what happened was season 3 was either being filmed or season 4 was being filmed, one or the other, or the end of season 3. I'm not really positive because I don't know like how far in advance they would shoot episodes. Um, they decided to bring Brittany on, like the peak of her insanity, apparently, like alleged insanity, as a
That'd be
guest star, as like
interesting.
a secretary or something like that.
Yeah.
And I guess if you remember the episode, yeah. So as a result of that episode, the show gained so many viewers that the
They
show got
renewed it?
renewed. They renewed it because so many of those viewers stayed for the rest of the show. They got attached to what was actually happening. So basically, Britney Spears saves How I Met Your Mother, and apparently she was like the nicest person of all time on set, and
Of course.
That is generally
was-
what I've heard like from about like stories featuring Britney Spears is that she's incredibly like just well mannered, even if you don't like have that much of an experience with her.
yeah.
It's like super cordial.
But it's fucked up though because she was basically being used as a like a ploy to watch the show because everyone wanted to see if she was gonna go nuts or what they were gonna do with her because this was like in the middle of her being quote unquote crazy, and I mean it worked in their favor, but it's still weird because like she was kind of used for that whole thing.
Yeah.
She's been being used since she was 16.
I mean, probably
Well-
even earlier than that because she was part of that
Earlier,
Mickey
yeah.
Mouse Club.
You're right.
Like that was probably like when it started to be like really, really big. But I can't imagine having a kid and being like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna put you in front of a fucking camera, and you're going to lose your mind because it's gone so well for most people who are like child performers and actors and stuff. It's like the rarer occasion that it's not just mentally scarring.
Right.
Sorry, I was just laughing at your bed being on the wall.
What? Oh my god.
Well, I was
We can't all
hoping.
have nice
no need
exposure.
no need to explain.
Well, I was
All right,
hoping
so
that
Dan-
it would just go through, and then I wanted to see what the crazy people who cared about it from last episode.
Sorry, we'll cut this part out so that and pretend we don't see it.
No, it's fine.
All right, Dan, you have your choice of several options here, or should I just give you no options and we just start talking about some shit and you give your say on it?
Give
Well,
me
actually-
options first. I want to hear what they are.
Okay, so we could talk about Quentin Tarantino on the Joe Rogan show and him.
What did he do?
Well,
You
Commentary
don't fill me in on
about
everything. I'm so sorry.
what? No. He didn't. He didn't.
You
Necessarily.
don't realize.
He
So
didn't.
Eric messages me. Eric messages me at 12:30. He's like, "Here's the link to the podcast."
Yeah,
sounds
you're
about
here.
right.
You're here.
You made it.
This is what the show. That's what the show's about. It's spontaneous. You don't know when it's coming out. You don't know who's going to be on.
Well, we seem
You
to
don't know what it's gonna be
objectively
about.
we seem to have objectively chosen the worst time to talk about current events with Danny. When she's
Yeah, while
alone
she's
there,
in a
isolated from
forest
everyone.
and she has
like,
no idea what's going on.
They
President
have no
Trump
idea.
is dead.
yeah, eating chips and Sour Patch Kids, just like just vibing with a broken arm.
Vibing with the broken arm.
For the
So
record, it's a dislocated elbow.
it's
That's
broken
fair.
for this
My
podcast.
pronouns
It's
today,
broken.
then.
Nope.
It does.
Broken arm.
The
And
cast
I'm eating
looks.
popcorn. So you
Oh.
got
Oh, so it
three
wasn't the
things
chips?
wrong.
I thought you were. I thought it was the olive
I
oil
also
and.
have popcorn. I also have popcorn.
You look like you're. It looks like you're wearing what Stone Cold wore on his knee when he was wrestling.
a knee
I've
brace.
never. Yeah, you look
I
like you
watched
haven't.
the man.
There you go.
Here's some good information that I've got for you. My friend Alex, I call him our Alex that we have, which I think is very funny. He suplexed a barrel.
As one does.
I thought that was for a moment. I thought you were gonna say he suplexed a bear, and I was gonna be like, this man's a fucking legend. Like
That's actually. That's a. That's
No,
a band
they
name.
did
There's a
not-
band.
this
There's
is
a band
this is like
called I
theater
Wrestled
camp.
a Bear
This is
Once.
This is like a theater camp primarily.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. So
I'm
not
in
very many
stage track
bears.
camp. Not many. Well, there's some, but well,
Okay.
Some types of bears.
sometimes the bears. I learned the types. I learned the type. My friend Ava taught me that. But they were doing Godspell and they had a bunch of junk in the background. That's like behind the pit.
Yeah.
But we were loading it onto the truck to get it out of the theater. A barrel rolls off the truck. So my friend Alex, our Alex that we have, he runs over, runs after it, wrestles with it for a while, suplexes it.
Just for the hell of it? Like
Yeah, of course. It was like 11 o'clock at night.
Oh yeah, that is that
What else
time.
are you gonna do?
What
Yeah.
else do you do at 11 o'clock at night other than?
Suplex
Suplex the
barrels.
So Quentin Tarantino,
What did he do? Oh my god, what did he do?
he's on the Joe Rogan show, and he was
Mhm.
saying, well, he responded to all the shit that he got about the Bruce Lee nonsense from his last
Mhm.
film, where Bruce Lee
Mhm.
got his ass kicked by.
Well, that's
By Brad
not
Pitt?
inherently true.
Uh,
It ended in a tie situation.
okay, well,
Like I'm trying to remember I remember watching it in theaters.
he outsmarted Bruce Lee. I don't think it ended in a tie. He just outsmarted him at the end of the day. And they kind of like shook hands or whatever. They just maybe it was a tie, but Brad Pitt came out on the winning end of it, and that's why people were pissed because they were like he basically just made Bruce Lee look really stupid, which would never happen ever in real life. But Tarantino was like defending it, which is not what I thought he was going to do. I thought he was going to be like, well, this is satirical, and obviously that would never happen. But he was like, no, I think Brad Pitt's character would be smart enough to outsmart Bruce Lee. And I don't know how
I
I
thought
feel
the
about
quote
it.
was like, I understand why his daughter is like
Yeah.
upset with it. Like it's her father. That makes a lot of sense to me. But
Yep.
then I thought
That's
he literally said like the only reason
said-
that Brad Pitt's character was successful at all was just because he just tricked him. Like it was just a shallow move.
Yeah.
But also, like,
Yeah,
I don't think
that's
that's what they were upset about. The people were like, his daughter at least was upset because they made Bruce Lee look like super arrogant and shit like that.
Right.
And their
Right.
contention
I mean,
was
I
that
feel like
that's not the case. That's not who he was as like a
I
person.
feel like that part was satirical. I don't think anyone believes that Bruce Lee is an arrogant dude.
Well,
But I also-
I never met
I
him.
haven't seen Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, so I can't comment on this.
It's okay.
Fair.
I'm glad you're here, Dan. Just stay right there, Dan. Don't go anywhere. Just
Thank
enjoy
Thank
the
you.
show.
I appreciate it.
Enjoy the show.
I am.
And then
I am.
okay,
I'm really,
so the second
I'm eating my popcorn like.
great.
It's live
The
audience
second-
of Dan.
We're just gonna invite Dan to every show. Doesn't actually
No, it's
respond to
still Danny,
anything.
right? You know, it's still Danny. Dan is
I
just,
just-
to remind
just
people that I'm not a girl.
I just like Dan. Is
Yeah.
that
You
kinda-
like Dan? Okay, you
Yeah.
can call me Dan.
It's just easier that way, and I don't fuck up. If I call you Danny, then my brain switches, and then it's a whole thing. Then I fuck up, and
Eric's
Anyway.
Eric's a simple man.
Do you know what I
Simple
said
man.
to the AD on Listen?
I
What did you
vaguely
tell him?
remember something, but just maybe that you said something and not necessarily the details of it.
I pulled him aside on one of our last days. And I'm gonna not name him for this reason.
okay,
But I
nobody's
said,
watching
if you
anyway.
call me
Yeah.
she one more time in front of the crew, I'm gonna call you she.
You're gonna call
and-
him what?
She.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna use
And
she, her pronouns.
And what did he say?
He said, well, you can't disrespect me like that in front of my crew.
I mean,
Was
I
this was this before or after he fucking bombasted you? Bombasted? Is that lumbasted? Bombasted?
bombarded.
For the beret.
Yeah, for the beret when he fucking
Oh, that
snitched
No,
you out.
stupid
that was,
shit.
that was crazy. That was
That was
nuts.
He
I
blamed
feel
the
like we
entire.
need to have Danny and the who I can't remember her name, the scripty
Eden.
though.
Oh, Tamara.
Yeah, I think
No,
to
Michelle.
to dive into those details, I feel like we need to have them here.
Yeah, we would need a
I
little
like,
like.
I checked out. I'm not gonna lie. I checked out during that meeting because I was like,
That was the stupidest
I
shit.
know
It was the
my
second
fuck
to
up.
last day of filming, like the dumbest shit in the world.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was
it was
miserable.
like we had nothing to set up. It was just hot up there. There was a dead bird. You know.
Oh, there was a lot of dead birds.
Damn.
There was one person on there day playing, and I can't remember why we were sent upstairs, but we were both up there, and her and I found like 15 fucking
Oh,
dead
in the
birds.
stadium.
Yeah, in that elevated area where we filmed that hallway
Yeah.
scene.
That's very weird, right? Why
Yeah,
would
it
they
was-
all-
It was very strange. But anyway, yeah, so
anyway,
AD
Quentin
as
Tarantino.
typical is AD as typical shitty.
Mhm. And then the producer pulled us aside and he apologized.
Yeah.
So
Well, I mean, I remember I didn't have any instant like that, but I remember the entire from like day 2, I remember hating that person. So
do you know he stole my iPad screensaver?
I lost a couple things on that
stole-
set that I wouldn't be surprised.
You stole your iPad screensaver.
No, he is my iPad screensaver.
The
Oh,
AD
he's still.
to remind you. Of,
Why?
what?
Because it's a very funny picture. It's just him in all
Oh.
black, like looking miserable, in our little congratulations room.
Oh, was that
Yeah,
at the cast party? Not the cast party, but the
No. Thank
congratulations
God there were
room.
no pictures of the cast party.
The rap party.
The rap party.
The
Yeah,
rap
that's
party.
what I meant. Where was
All
this
right, let's
congratulation?
Before we even do that, let's finish off this Quentin Tarantino shit. We started it, now we gotta finish. This is what we do here, Danny, on this show. We
I
start
know,
shit.
but I'm really good at
We gotta
reminiscing.
finish it. No, it's okay. We can reminisce just after we finish this.
That's
story.
Quentin Tarantino's
This is never
So-
Eric. He can't handle being the person
Should I
trying to keep this on track. This is
I can't.
always my job.
So Quentin Tarantino is also. Are we looking at socks? Quentin Tarantino. He addresses the accusations of misogyny running rampant through the work, especially in The Hateful Eight, in which Kurt Russell's John Ruth beats the hell out of his female prisoner Daisy. I'm not going to try to pronounce that. Jennifer Jason Leigh. Do we think that Tarantino's work is misogynistic?
I mean, I think there are misogynistic elements in quite a lot of his shit, but I don't know.
I haven't seen all of it.
You haven't what?
I haven't seen all of it, but it's very male gazy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Inherently, look, if you,
Yeah,
we need more female or queer non-binary perspectives.
Yeah, he just takes
Oh,
like a
shit.
male gaze and let hyperviolence to its nth degree,
yeah.
basically. Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes he does it in a very interesting way, and sometimes just like, dude, this is not it. Like, there's a.
But also, would you rather him do that or?
Oh, I'd rather, as long as it's not like, I mean, I'd
You know,
rather him
but
do
I'm
what he
saying-
wants to do, but also
As a-
I still agree
right.
with Danny in that we need more than
Yeah.
just those people. Like, there's a lot of
Right.
people who are just trying to be clones of that, and it's not interesting.
I guess what I'm saying is, can you necessarily fault him for doing those things, or
Yeah.
but what I understand.
I'm
But
sorry.
what?
That's really
No,
funny.
do it. Hit him with it. Go ahead, do it.
I almost said, yeah, just cut off his dick. Please.
Um,
Like, in pain.
in pain.
Well, I mean, it would fit.
No,
It would actually be pretty appropriate in a Quentin Tarantino film if that happened in one of his films. It like totally fits everything that he does already. So throw that shit in there. Why not?
the crime fits the punishment.
Yeah.
The punishment fits the crime. Yeah.
But would we want him to be telling a story about a non-binary woman? Is what
No.
Oh
No.
no. Yeah, not.
That's
I didn't realize that was what you were getting at.
well, yeah.
No.
I'm
Yeah.
saying like, would you?
You know
would we
why? I
would
was
we
actually
rather
going to
him?
get to that point. I was
Right.
going to get to that. Because I feel like he would be very, sarcastic about it in the way that men are.
Right.
Oh,
So
I have to do this. I have to write about a woman. Women are stupid. Like, come on. Like, you
I mean, he did.
can lead a horse to water, but you can't make him drink.
I mean, I don't know all of his work, but I mean, Kill Bill was. I mean, he had a strong female lead for.
That's true, and I haven't seen Kill Bill, but I'm just going on the fact that
I think he just does whatever he thinks is cool for himself. I don't think he really does it for anybody else. So that's what I mean. Like, would we rather him do his own thing, or would
Yeah.
we rather him try to like jump into this?
no,
like,
he should never
2021
jump into
kinda-
something that isn't his own thing.
Right,
Yeah.
because then he's
what
gonna get
makes a
shit on
Quentin
for that
Tarantino
also.
movie a Quentin Tarantino movie.
Well, I think
Right.
that he's not getting shit on for not doing what like that. What I think it is
Right.
is like how much influence that he ends up having over the course of like an entire industry without taking any of those. Like he doesn't have to make a movie that's like queer or like these different perspectives are like the focal point in the narrative in ways that he's never done previously, but it's like
But I wouldn't want that kind of movie from him. I'd want that from a queer filmmaker.
exactly. That's it's less about what he's personally doing and more so about like expanding opportunity for other people.
Mm.
So like no, Quentin Tarantino can make Quentin Tarantino films, which are just
Yeah.
like if Wes Anderson was hyper violent, but like both of those dudes have like that vibe where you look at it and you're like, oh, I know exactly who made this movie.
Mhm.
But and that's not necessarily a bad thing, but it is still like a lot of power and a lot of authority, and they're not always that great of movies. I did like One Time in Hollywood though, or One Night in Hollywood. Which one is it?
It's Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
I
did enjoy it. I saw it in theater. I was also super drunk, so that might be part of. I saw it.
I come from the perspective of speaking out of my ass because I have only seen Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction, but I saw Pulp Fiction in the wrong TV setting.
What?
Oh.
So it looked like a soap opera.
Yeah,
It was very weird. It was a weird experience.
It looked like you were watching the filming of the movie, kind of thing.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I've seen so many things where just because the TV settings are off, it's like, oh, they look separate from the set kind of ordeal, which is like that soap opera-y kind of vibe, where you just look at it and you're like, that's a set. They built that in like on a sound stage kind of vibe. I know exactly what you're getting at. Unlike last time, we are getting that signal that
it's all right.
We're gonna have to cut out from this. We still have 4:30 before we have to cut out.
We'll finish Tarantino. Danny, would you like to come back after this 4 minutes is up, or are you donezo for
Yeah, I'll come back. Maybe I'll have finished my chips so I won't be annoying chewing.
That's all right. Anyway, so to finish off Tarantino, he then got asked about, I guess he was friends with a couple of things. So he says he's retiring. He says whatever his next film, his 10th film, he says he's done after that. He said he's gonna make like a graphic novel for Reservoir Dogs. I don't know if it's a continuation of Reservoir Dogs or what the deal is, but
I don't know how you could, but
yeah.
All right.
Well, I'm assuming it's just it's probably, I don't know. What did he say? He said he heard of Harvey's making unwanted advances. Everybody who was in his orbit knew as well. He said he wishes he had sat Weinstein down and had the uncomfortable conversation. Like, what do you even say in that instance? What uncomfortable conversation do you have?
That is a strange thing to like. I mean, I'm sure how long to prepare that statement, and that's the phrasing he came up with. Like,
I wish I would have had a conversation with him.
Yeah,
but he also said he was like a fucked up father figure to him. So I mean,
I guess
one of those situations where it's like
he's the executive producer of the company, but still, like, all it really goes to show, seemingly, is the lack of willingness to stand up for people. Like a couple years ago. Oh, go on.
No, I was just because it kind of goes. I mean, I know Crystal Lee is a different situation, but it kind of goes back to, like, you know, if your best friend, not to say that they're best friends, but let's say he really is a fucked up father figure and he's really taking care of him like that, and he's put him in this position where he's going to be this highly successful person. Do you think it's a lot more difficult for him to, you know, speak out against him when this person basically took care of you and he put you in the position that you're in, or he gave you some sort of an advantage to the point where you're now Quentin Tarantino? Like, it's kind of, I'm not defending anything. I'm just saying I could see how it's difficult for him to just be like, yeah, fuck Harvey Weinstein.
Well,
like, I get it. Like, I don't know. I
understand having like sentimentality and stuff like that, but simultaneously, it's like, you know, if you got those things and then you learned about shit, it doesn't seem right to just ignore it, which is seemingly exactly what he, like, to do absolutely nothing seems to be wrong.
Right. Him saying, I want to have a conversation with him makes it sound like he doesn't believe that it actually happened. He wants his side of the story, kind of thing.
But also, it seems as though even if in the ideal situation of confronting the dude, if you're just having a conversation, you're not actually doing much of anything. Like,
right.
It's not really
what do you need to have a conversation for?
Yeah.
As opposed to saying, hey, I would love to have confronted him about this.
Yeah.
Which,
I mean,
also you could still probably do. Like, he's not dead. He's still around. I'm pretty sure you could still reach out to him. You know, it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
I'm sure,
I
honestly,
think it's
on
honestly,
the low, he probably...
I think it's
Okay.
honestly just covering his ass, or the very faint attempt at trying to do so. Because I honestly didn't know that connection between the two of them. Though,
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
knew
would
Harvey
imagine-
Weinstein was like a big time like executive producer, so it's like not the most surprising thing. But
I'm sure a lot of people had that type of relationship with him.
yeah,
But,
especially probably a lot of like directors are just straight up producers, and not great to just not do anything.
Yeah.
Because I don't see
Well-
what, like, if you, I mean, I guess some people's careers got like fucked up, but if you got enough people that, like, even like what Quentin Tarantino said was there was enough people in the orbit who also knew about all the shit,
Mm-hmm.
so he could.
Let's record, yes.
All right, so just to wrap up what we were talking about,
Go ahead.
Harvey Weinstein is shit, and Quentin Tarantino could have done more.
And
Yes.
and it's not. And
Two hottest takes of all time.
speaking of, yeah, man. I don't know where do you come up with these ideas, Jake?
I just spend all day thinking about how to contribute to the Hold for Everything podcast, baby.
Well, I guess in similar news to Harvey Weinstein, very big news came out today.
Yeah. I have questions.
About
a lot of questions. This is very TV related. We're not cheating the system here. Literally has a show with his name in it.
you're very
And,
concerned about
No,
being
I know.
on topic this episode. It's never happened before.
It's like, 'cause I'm here. I'm like the least good at being on topic.
You've also been in the
Why
mountains
would
for
you
a
be
week,
so
so
scared?
That's a good point. That's a good point. You got a broken arm.
it's not. It's not broken. We've covered it.
Whatever.
It's a dislocated elbow.
That's the name. The name of the episode is broken arms. Arms broken. With arms.
Episode 14. Danny's arm is broken.
Oh,
Yeah.
people I know are gonna find out that I dislocated my elbow. By the way,
Via this
wait,
I
podcast.
haven't told anybody except my parents.
I'm gonna be perfectly honest, Danny. Nobody's watching this thing.
No,
listening to
nobody's
this
watching it.
fucking
I'm
thing.
gonna tell them. I'm gonna tell them to watch it, and I'm gonna be like, "Here's the surprise."
Honestly, less people will watch after you tell them to watch it. That's how little people watch the show.
We had a high watermark talking about Taika Waititi, and then it's kind
Oh.
of just faded since then.
Yeah. Yeah. Once Taika Waititi stopped having threesomes, we really fell off, and nobody
Yeah.
cared about us
Oh my
anymore.
god!
People really were interested in our take on that, apparently, but
I don't know why.
Not about
I would definitely do any amount of sex with Taika.
Taika?
Waititi.
You find
Yeah.
him attractive? I mean, he
Of
is an
course.
attractive
Are
man.
you kidding me?
Not of course. I wouldn't say of course. No,
I don't know.
I don't.
I think
You don't
Taika
find him
is
attractive?
objectively an attractive man. Like, I don't think that.
He's objectively very attractive.
Yeah, I don't think that I think most people would agree.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna fight this right now. I will say there was very big news today. Bill Cosby's getting out.
Mm,
He's being released, and I'm
Pennsylvania
confused.
can't keep their shit together.
Confused as to why. I don't really understand what the deal is. I did see Felicia. I'm not sure what her last name is, but yes, there you go. Felicia Rashad. She was
How
very
do you
excited.
know that's Rashad's last name?
Listen, you're on the Whole for Everything podcast. We don't know half the shit we're talking about, Danny.
That's mostly what our comments are about, is how we forget or just plainly don't know things. Though sometimes actually we do know things and we just made like one clerical mistake and then people are just like, look at these fucking idiots. because Eric coughs into the microphone directly.
How
But-
could Woody Allen be a pedophile if
It's like, yeah,
he started date? Nothing. Just people.
Our first batch of, weirdly enough, hardcore fans don't like us because we have the controversial opinion that Woody Allen is a fucking pedophilic creep. But like, these are people that watch. These are like the only people that watch our episodes.
What?
They watch them all the way through too. Like they're looking for. Yeah. Woody Allen defenders are some of our most staunch watchers. I think they watch specifically to find the moments like this where we talk about it, so they can be like, "You guys don't know what you're talking about."
I'm gonna clip this 2-minute thing just so we can get views on this episode. That's
That's really funny.
Yeah,
That's
and
really
it's just
funny.
it's a stupid circle because there was like a 3-week period, like when that documentary was happening, we were talking about it,
Yeah.
and then there was a 2 weeks after that where we just kept talking about the people who were upset with us for having such a bold and controversial opinion. Like,
Oh my god.
but
That's
yeah,
really
it was
funny.
fucking terrible.
But
Where did my spider go?
is Bill who?
I had a spider over there, and I don't know where it went.
Hopefully you don't find him right now.
Well, spiders are good.
I mean, I hope
Are
it
they?
comes back.
Yeah. What'd you prefer, mosquitoes or spiders?
What would you
Yeah.
prefer, mosquitoes or
I
Bill
carry
Cosby?
around a magnifying glass.
Mosquitoes. What was that, Danny?
I carry around. You know this. You should know this about me.
Well, the audience doesn't.
The audience doesn't.
The audience doesn't. The audience is about to learn.
There is no
Where
audience.
is it? Where is it?
There's sometimes an audience.
There's sometimes.
For the Woody Allen stands out there, I want you to know this about me.
This bold,
I
brave
carry
detail.
around a little book of spiders and their kin. It's very nicely illustrated. It's very beautiful, beautiful drawings. It has little web things. It's even got scorpions. They're not spiders. They're just arachnids, but they're there.
They're just what?
Arachnids.
Arachnid.
They belong to the same family.
Is Bill Cosby an arachnid?
No. Eric is, for the first time ever, just so desperately to stay on topic. He's never been this man, minus when
And
he let me and Jess go on like a. Go on.
I
And I
think
carry around a very dirty magnifying glass. Can you see my eye really big?
Oh, I see the reflections of us. I think really big.
Yo,
Whatever
Danny,
you're looking into.
Are you getting paid to be there? Because this is crazy. This is wild. Are you a guest at this summer camp, or do you work there?
No, I work there. I work in stagecraft. I help build sets.
What time do you have to wake up? Camp starts in like 3 hours. What are you doing?
I'm talking to you guys. I haven't talked to you in 2 years.
That's a
Yeah.
good point. When they ask you why you're so tired, you let them know that you're on the Whole for Everything podcast.
No, I wake up at 7:15. I have a roommate. His name is Quincy.
and
He's
he's
awesome.
and he's pissed that you are still
No,
talking right now.
No, I don't know where he is right now. But
Where could you possibly be at 1:45 in the morning in the woods?
A lot of places. Eric's never been camping, and it's apparent.
You know who's probably been camping a couple times? Bill Cosby. Now, Bill Cosby.
All I can remember is the time you let me and Jess go on for like 20 minutes about LeBron versus
about LeBron
Michael.
James.
And
I'm still pissed that I never made a clip of it because it probably would have sent
I
this.
can't get a word in edgewise.
sorry.
About my very interesting predicament that
Go
I'm
ahead, Danny. Go ahead, Danny. What are your thoughts on Bill Cosby getting
I'm
released
the-
from jail?
the dislocated elbow here.
Who?
What?
Well, it's not currently dislocated. They popped it back in, and now I'm in recovery.
Formerly dislocated.
Formerly dislocated elbow. I'm actually very upset because I have been trying to like bend my arm fully, and it will not do it. And I'm very scared that it's gonna remain like that.
You know,
Well,
he probably
I mean,
can't bend his
welcome
elbow
to Eric.
very much because he's so fucking old. Bill Cosby.
Okay,
Who
what
is-
do you want to say? Just say what you want to say.
He was
Eric's like, we're
released
gonna have a
from
guest
jail.
on, but I'm going to just railroad them the entire time whenever they want to talk about anything they want to talk about. It's just going to be set. They say a thing, and then I go right to where I want to be with it.
Never mind, Danny. Tell me about your roommate and what the fuck he's doing.
Well, when you put it like that.
What's he doing? It's 2:00 in the morning. Call him up. Ask him if he wants to be on the pod. Talk about Bill
I'm
Cosby.
kind of waiting for him to come home. I mean, my neighbors are snoring. My
Your
are
neighbors?
snoring.
Oh,
No,
you
but
can
we
hear
wake
your
up.
neighbors
we
through
wake
the
up,
wall?
We wake up. My alarm goes off. We both wake up to it. I shut it off. We both kind of groan, and then each other's groans wakes the other up. It's a very symbiotic relationship, and we're well paired. We're well paired. We get along really good.
You're teaching
And-
stagecraft up there?
Yeah, I designed Peter Pan.
Oh shit!
Yeah, it was fun. It was for very small children,
They
and
performed?
I designed a lot of movement in the set. It was very like, because I'm a prop master.
Yeah.
There has to be movement. There has to be fun, playful energy. And I totally forgot that like 11-year-olds at oldest are not going to move their own sets.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah. Totally forgot about small detail. So I'm just like, I'll show you. Hang on. I'll show you. Okay. Ready for this?
I'm not.
Okay, ready?
I'm worried because the connection's not great, and I don't know if we're gonna be able to see it too well. But go for it.
Okay.
What's happening? Are she?
Danny's demonstrating how things get moved around on stage.
Incredible.
Unfortunately,
is-
because Eric asked what's happening, none of the audience gets to see it. Just the magic of how Zoom works is that people saw you run to a trash can one time, and then Eric, because he made noise, the camera immediately went to him. Because we don't have a camera
I'm
we
so
can control.
That's what you'd like. That's what I think the object in theater when it comes to moving furniture is distraction.
Uh-huh.
So that works in my favor.
Well, so what they got was
Speaking-
you moving a trash can, then me describing why. Speaking of trash cans, Bill Cosby.
Speaking of speaking of musicals, Vin Diesel wants a Fast and the Furious musical.
Oh my
What do we
god,
think
I'm
about this?
so down.
How do we even do that? Where do the cars go?
The cars sing. The cars will sing.
The cars sing.
It's
You
a
think
Fast
that-
and the Furious Cars animated feature collaboration.
Do you
Vin
think
Diesel's
Fast
character drives Lightning McQueen.
10, do you think Fast 10 is when they jump the shark and it's just a straight up 2 hour
There's no
I would
jump.
love that. I would love to see a stage production here.
Vin Diesel knows how to sing. He used
Oh
to
my
sing.
god, if they did a stage production, if Fast 10 was a Broadway run show,
Well, no, I think
That
that's
would
what he meant
be-
by a musical. He wants a stage run of it, not of 10, but of the just. His
no,
version of
I'm
it.
now really dedicated to this idea. I want Fast 10 to be a Broadway. I want it to be at New Amsterdam Theater because I'll be able to work on it if it is. And
Okay.
I want Fast 10 to just be purely like a 2-year run at New Amsterdam Theater on in
Amazing.
Times Square. I want all those big name I want Vin Diesel, The Rock, like everyone involved, and then obviously they're gonna
Can you
grab
throw
some
in,
other
like,
person.
One Broadway person. Throw in one Broadway person.
Yeah, they're
Of
going
your
to be.
choosing.
They're going to
Frankie
be.
Grande.
But make it as like straightforward. Like make it as Broadway as possible.
Exactly.
Lin-Manuel
No, we're not
No.
throwing in Lynn.
Oh no, we're not doing that. No.
And all he wants casted is white people.
Lynn's not casting this.
No.
Yeah.
Who?
No.
Yeah,
Vin Diesel has to
we
cast
throw
it.
in.
Vin Diesel.
Well, but like every Fast and Furious movie has some new person in it that's like, oh my god, I can't. How the fuck did they book that person? And so that could just whoever. Who do you think is top billing right now?
After John Cena? After
I know
John Cena,
after
The Rock?
no
How much- how
on
much
Broadway
bigger do you
on
go?
Broadway who is who's
You
like
get-
the
you
who's
get
the
Lin
top
Manuel.
no
but
he's
we're not
2 in
doing-
film
we're doing,
right
like,
now.
Pure like.
We just want the actor. We want the actor to be in it. We want Vin Diesel to be the guy writing the lyrics and
Like I'm not
maybe the
like
music.
old school, like old school. I want to go with Ethel Merman, even though she's dead.
Well, we can revive her. That's not going to stop Fast and the Furious. Hologram. They've done it before. They did it with Tupac. We can do it with Ethel.
Audra McDonald.
Audra McDonald?
Yes.
Yeah, fuck it. Let's do
From
it.
my favorite. From my favorite.
I love
Annie.
that.
She's-
That actually is kind of cool.
Yeah.
And it's a 2-year run, and if you don't see it during its 2-year run, you don't understand the events of Fast 11.
Oh wait,
It's
forgot about
canon. It's absolute. It's canon material. It's pertinent to the rest of the franchise.
We got to get Hugh Jackman in there, of course.
Oh yeah, we can do that. I don't think he doesn't have to. He's not gonna be our Broadway guy, but he can be in it. Yeah.
Oh well, he's a Broadway guy.
No,
Neil Patrick Harris.
But we have Ethel Merman.
Eric,
I'm
I
sorry,
want.
I'm sorry.
McDonald.
I'm so sorry. You just want straight up
Exclusively-
Broadway people. Okay.
I want stage actor.
All right, you got it. You got it. You got it. You got it. You got it.
I don't
You got
mind
it.
putting these like the people who have done both in it, but we need one person who is purely, and they don't make an appearance in the next film.
Well,
Ethel doesn't come back for Fast 11.
Doesn't come back.
none of the special guests ever come back. I don't know why. Like the Rock didn't come back because they all hate each
We
other in real
changed it
life.
to Patty
But
LuPone.
other than that,
The Rock's
We
back, I
changed it to
think.
Patty
Though.
LuPone, actually.
no, John Cena took his
Oh.
spot. Not take his spot, but he's like the big name in this one.
Danny, you cut out on that last bit.
I said, can we change it to Patty LuPone? Because I think she'd be a lot funnier because she's just angry.
Let's
Who
do
does she
both.
play, though? Is
Well,
she
one of-
driving or is she
Ethel,
just-
we don't.
Yeah, she's driving. She's driving.
Ethel is a hologram character, and then
Ethel is all that character.
so like we don't really need to retain the rights, I guess, to their performance. We're fabricating it without their approval, I suppose. So yeah, we can throw in like someone who's actually alive currently.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Now are the
think
cars
that's-
just like flying around the stage? Like are they?
Like Mary Poppins.
Yeah. That kind of makes sense, right?
Yeah.
You can't just have
I
them
think
just all flat
uh,
on the stage.
well, no, we have half cut cars, so like to show the actions of the people driving them on the stage. But then we have like smaller set cars hovering above them to show the actual motion of what's going on as well. So it's like
Or
a split set production.
Similar to when you have like the orchestra down below and you raise them up, they can have a couple cars down there and just raise them up.
And they're like, so you get the visual of the car itself and also what the person inside it is doing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like a stage production. Similar, it's like combining
Spider-Man.
yeah, Spider-Man
But can they
and
call
Mad
it-
Max
can they-
Fury
I
Road.
don't think they should call it. I don't think they should call it that. I think they should call it an experience.
An
Fast and
experience.
Furious experience.
The Fast 10 experience. Oh god, why can't this I want this to happen so bad. This is like this is a
if
dream.
it happens, it's gonna be incredible. You know what's also incredible? The fact that Bill Cosby was released from jail
Jesus
today.
Christ. No, he wasn't released
And-
from jail.
But he will be released. What are our thoughts?
It's bad.
I don't know what to think.
Okay, why is Felicia Rashad okay with this happening? Why does she feel like justice was served But then she's also like, hey, I'm not victim blaming. I'm not saying that they're lying, but she's like also saying
That
I'm
they're lying.
excited. She's saying I'm also excited that he's being released and justice is served. So
I think it's because
30 women are lying, but also I'm not saying that they're wrong.
I
But
think
also
it's
I'm happy my friend is out.
I think it's exclusively that. It's just not an unwillingness to see the actual situation and its severity just because you're close with the person. I mean,
But I think
it's vaguely
also,
what we
like,
just talked about with Quentin Tarantino. Just in
Right.
a significantly more extreme light, it seems. But then again, I don't know the details of the Harvey Weinstein case, so maybe it isn't actually all that different.
But I would say, okay, to go back to the whole Crystalia thing, like he's got several friends that are still friends with him, but they're not outright defending him. They're not outright saying anything like, oh, thank God he's free. Thank God he's got his show out, yada, yada, yada. Because, like, you know, they can still coexist with this person, but they don't have to by responding in a positive light for this person. It comes off as fuck the people that accused him.
Yeah,
Right.
fuck the victims.
We're standing
Yeah.
by.
Right. So just don't, like, even if you're happy your friend is getting out, just don't say anything. Just leave it alone. Just keep it
Yeah,
hush hush.
you don't need to put yourself into the media as someone who's defending a rapist.
Right, because if you
See
do,
my tan line.
You have a tan line from the. I mean, honestly, the light. I don't think the lighting's good enough to see it.
Yeah, it's not good.
Unfortunately,
it's not good.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Not at all. You
there's
can't
too much.
see
It's
the
too much
stripe
shadow.
here.
Some
Right
muscle
here.
there. Some muscle there. I
Right.
see the muscle
No.
though.
That's not muscle.
Oh, that's the tan line. That's where the tan line
Oh,
Tan line.
it's
is. I see it.
The most obvious one.
Did you have a wristband? Not a wristband. You had a band on.
Did you not see the entire
Oh.
contraption that Danny was
I'm sorry.
wearing?
I'm sorry. I didn't.
They
put two
showed
and
it
two
to us
together.
earlier. Like,
I was like, by the way.
Danny
remember
came
when
on
I
the show and was like 5 seconds in. By the way,
I broke my
fell
arm.
out of a tree.
Within 4 hours of arrival.
Yeah,
That's
Like,
that's
it's-
the name of the episode. Falls far from the tree.
Sorry.
I
Wanted
don't
to get
like that.
I wanted to get that in there.
I still approve of the title. Episode 14.
Broken
Danny broke their arm.
Well, Here's the problem with having a fucked up arm at theater camp is that everyone calls you Dear Evan Hansen.
Jokes that
Um,
Eric's not gonna get.
No, I mean I
No.
don't really get it either. I know
No.
I'm not supposed to see it because I have a dead best friend, so I don't want any of that going on in my head.
Did that movie come out? The one where he's like 40 years old, but he's really supposed to be 16?
Isn't
That-
he your age?
No, but I think they casted a guy who, like, I think they casted the original guy from the Broadway show or
Yeah,
some
I'm
shit. And
saying, isn't he your age?
Isn't the actor your age, Eric?
I'm only
Which would-
29. Damn. God damn.
Yeah.
Attacking me like that. I just shaved my face today because I felt
Wait,
so.
how old are you?
I'm 29.
Really? I didn't know that.
You thought I was 35?
I thought you were 87.
Yeah, that's what I,
I
felt
mean,
like.
Eric's
on
got
this-
that vibe.
I thought you were 28.
Okay, thanks. Give me a whole year.
I thought you were only 11.
Man.
I
Okay,
thought
so
the reason I gave this show so much credit was because I thought it was run by a fucking child. So,
but now that you know my real age, you're like, how is it?
also, I'm technically supposed to be the person running this show, so it's my fault. But
Really?
yeah, Eric's like, before it happened, Eric's like, "Do you want to be the producer?" And I was like, "Sure, as long as I'm not on camera." And now I'm on camera, not doing any production work. So like,
Well,
none of the things that were promised came true.
So tell me something. How are movies? How's New York? How is it?
I still love New York. I don't have a comment on movies really because I haven't seen one in quite a while.
Do you mean
I
just
mean,
work?
working
You
on
mean
them.
work wise?
Oh, working on them.
Yeah,
Oh,
work-wise.
oh, I've been doing a lot more work on Broadway stuff for the actually.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
That's great.
but Eric can talk about movies.
Eric, what have you been working on?
I just well, you weren't here for the first 10 minutes of the show, but I'm on a very. I just wrapped. It's like a gay horror comedy.
Oh, I saw
Uh,
you post about that. Yeah.
yeah. I'm not saying hey, it's gay, haha. It's literally like
Yeah,
gay.
yeah, yeah. No.
I just needed to clarify. I don't know.
Eric gets a lot of nerves about that, but not about significantly more dangerous things to say.
Listen. It was in the middle of the show. I thought it would be funny. It wasn't funny. Whatever. What do you want to do?
What did you say?
Listen. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in Palestine. I didn't know. I made a joke. Whatever.
Oh no! What did you say?
I don't even remember. But
Eric-
what are we talking about?
Remember.
I didn't make a joke. I was comparing something to something else. And
Eric compared Killmonger from Black Panther to Hamas.
Uh-huh.
Eric, no.
Exactly.
What?
This was
No.
genuine. That was my reaction entirely. And
They
Eric
both
was
have
like,
good intentions. No?
Eric, let's not double
No,
down
Eric,
on
no.
this.
No.
I wanted to talk about what's her name? Gabby Hanna. Does anybody know who she is?
No, I don't. Oh wait, I think she was a Vine star.
Yeah. Okay. So she was a Vine star, and no, seriously, this is film
Yes,
related.
no. I'm actually pretty somewhat up to date with this.
Okay. So can you explain so I don't have to? Go
No,
on.
I can't because I'm not that up to date.
Yeah,
I haven't been
I haven't
watching
thought of
them.
if it's the person I'm thinking of. I haven't thought of them in a long time. So
I really wish Jess was here because she would eat this shit up. So I mean, there's a bunch of like YouTube drama going on or whatever, but like
Always.
a side note of it is she did I don't know if she did a film or a series. It's called she did a series called Escape the Night, and she had like a bunch of complaints about how she was treated on set. And somebody reached out to me today because they were like, I know you work on set, and they were asking me like, is this true? Is this true? I don't understand this. And she apparently like gave her dietary restrictions, and she's allergic to a bunch of things, and they had her like waiting on
oh
set.
no, Danny
and-
dropped out.
Oh fuck. I'll resend it. It.
Honestly, don't worry about it because we have to close soon, and we can invite Danny back for the rap conversation if we want to have one.
Okay.
Because Danny's coming back already.
I mean, we definitely hit over an hour at this point.
Yeah, I was about to say we're at an hour 10.
There we go.
Okay.
Did I mention I'm in the middle of the woods?
Yes.
I did notice
you
that you
also-
dropped out. Yeah.
Oh God. You also mentioned your arm was broken.
Are you wearing shorts?
I am. You saw those white legs, didn't you?
They're still on
How
camera
short
right
is
now,
it?
baby.
Just to get the extra couple of views and keep the knee out. Hold on. I'm trying to find this whole thing. Damn.
Gabby Hanna.
Yeah. There's a whole, but I'm trying not to talk about like the YouTube shit because who gives a fuck. Okay, so it's a reality show called Escape the Night.
Oh yeah, and she was awful on it apparently.
Right. She's apparently the worst person of all time, but her excuse was that okay, so Hannah accuses the pair, I'm assuming it's two people that are running the entire thing, the producers. They ignored her specific dietary requests. They dressed her in uncomfortable clothing and unceremoniously killed off her character after a particularly bad argument with the director. I think the only thing that I would say she was probably in the right was the
Dietary
food.
restrictions.
Yeah, the food stuff. But I mean, even the wait, there was, I mean, it wasn't on the list, but I heard she was like no, it wasn't on the list. She was like waiting around for a scene, and then it never got used, or she never got the film that day. But like,
That's normal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that happens.
Not that it's well, yeah, but I think
Like not normal, but like that's like
it's not supposed to happen.
But
no.
it is
So
a thing
she's
it's a thing that happens. If you're going to be
right,
in
Yeah.
film, you got to be ready for that. Like,
right, but also, but she does have the right to be upset that she was there.
Right.
she
For
still got, assuming
saying-
that she still got paid though, because she was on set, even if she didn't act. We're
Right,
once
but
again running out of time.
That's all right.
Whatever. We'll wrap this.
Fair.
We'll wrap this
Yeah,
before the 10-minute mark.
After Gabby. But yeah, I mean, if she legitimately was sitting there for 6 hours and then just never got used, I'd be kind of pissed too. I mean, obviously she's getting paid anyway, but still, who the fuck wants to sit there? Because who knows what the conditions were? I mean, I'm sure they weren't terrible. I'm sure her room was fine. I'm sure maybe she had a trailer, but depending on the situation, if it's like a reality show, it's probably not the best.
Well, they said
spot
they killed off her character, so I'm doubting it's a reality show. Because Gabby Hanna's talking about this.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's like
presuming that Gabby Hanna's not dead. So
they literally shot her in the head on the final episode.
well,
I don't know. It's I'm not sure what I almost don't think it's that bad. But everyone, I mean, I guess
Wait, it was the final episode.
is when she got killed.
Yeah.
Was it?
Oh no, I think it was. It says unceremoniously, so I'm assuming it was like in the middle of it.
Gotcha.
Well, but
yeah,
clearly
so-
she wasn't the central character. Like,
She wasn't right, so that's what I was told. So, but she wasn't the central character, and apparently she wanted like the schedule to fucking conform to hers. But if she's already hired, how is that not already discussed prior to? I don't
yeah,
understand.
that sounds like. And also, like, Gabby Hanna doesn't have the star power to make those kind of demands. Like, some people, if you're like booking a star to do some shit, then
Mhm.
yeah, you make some concessions if you're putting out that much money to get someone like that on there.
Well, that's
But
what. So that's go
It's
ahead.
like that's not even your top bill. Like, I'm assuming it's not the top
One of
billing,
the
being that it's
right,
not
but
the
it doesn't-
central character. But like,
She's not the top bill, but she's also like I'm assuming there's like 5 characters, and she's probably one of the top 5. Like,
yeah,
I don't
important.
think-
Yeah,
yeah,
not a
That's what
side
I mean.
character, but like, she's not the focal point
Right.
of the narrative.
Well, that's so my friend, the one who brought up this whole topic, she was like, yeah, the producer or somebody was complaining about how they had to like go get her specific meals. And I was like, that's really not that far off. Like that the actors would get their own meal outside of what the crew's eating.
The meal thing, yeah, I agree with you.
Like she also apparently she bitched about food getting pushed half an hour later. Like, I mean, that's on her, bro. Like, I mean, it's on production, but also
But that is a thing that happens almost every single time you're on set. Is they have a time where they want to hit meal break, and it never is that time.
but again, she's one of the leads or supporting actresses. I'm sure if she was really hungry, they could have easily just given her a meal and just said
They could have
go
gone over
off,
to
go somewhere.
No, well, they could have gone to catering. Like, they just send a PA to whoever the hell's catering and be like, yo, we need you to make this. They do it.
She
Like-
also said, go ahead.
I was just going to say, like, I, on Listen as a fucking PA, would go up to them and ask them for shit. It's like, if they have the means, they'll make it. Like, the catering people aren't, like, they're typically some of the nicest people.
Uh-huh.
They're just there.
Absolutely.
They're just there to make some food and get paid.
Keep
So it's
everybody
like
happy.
you show up. They don't really care who you are. They're just like, oh, you want some of that? Like, if they can do it, they'll do it for you. So it's like, yeah, just send a PA. 90% of the time, PAs aren't like tied up in something insane. So it's like, yeah, if it's a big enough
Well-
production, there's probably like a first team PA that she could have sent out.
Apparently, she called a PA a fucking cunt for relaying a message.
I would never. Oh my god.
I think
I would punch
I would probably-
someone if they called you guys cunts.
I probably laugh, honestly.
I don't think. Yeah, I'd be
if
upset.
Gabby
but I
Hanna
wouldn't.
called me a cunt, I would go, yo, I'd be, yo, Jake. Hannah just called me a fucking cunt, dude.
Yeah.
What's going on the pod?
Then I'd use some. If we were both on that set, it would be the joke of the next week.
We'd be calling each other on the walkie. Jake for cunt. Jake for cunt. Cunt for Jake. Cunt for Jake.
It'd be this stiff.
And I would,
like that's all.
I would take my surveillance out too, so that whenever I'm next to her, she just hears somebody calling me a cunt.
Oh God, but no, that's. I mean, that's bad. But we have 5 minutes, so you want to wrap us out?
Do you like my teddy bear?
Yeah, I've been seeing it in the
teddy
corner.
bear for the last 5 minutes. Go ahead.
So his name is Jamie Bear, and we only sleep together. There's no emotions in this.
Okay.
That's the whole joke. That's the whole joke.
Similar to my life. Go ahead.
That's the entire. Oh my God!
That's it.
Really?
That's it. You're done. We live
Eric
sad
is-
lives over here, Danny. We live sad lives.
You guys really let's talk about your teddy bear for 5 minutes. I don't have 5 minutes. Like
No.
that's
Now you
That's
have
all
4
I got
minutes.
out of
now.
You
have 4
now only
minutes.
have 4 minutes.
This
want me
is
to
it.
do a Titan 5 about my teddy bear? No.
You don't want to talk about Bill Cosby for 2 hours. Now's your moment for the next 4 minutes.
We don't
I'm
have
allowing
actually
you-
4 minutes. Eric eventually has to actually roll us out of
I
this.
know, and that takes a while. So it's a good
He never is
minute
able
of
to
me
say
just
goodbye.
like. I know.
We're also
Just
once
in
again at
life.
120, so like we're really bad at keep. Past 2
I
weeks,
know.
we've been pretty bad at keeping it under an hour.
Dude. The
Eric-
whole point of
Eric was like,
the whole point of keeping the hour was to get more people to watch the episode, but less people watch the episode than they do the clips. So I'd rather do a 2-hour episode where we have like 10 clips as opposed to a 1-hour episode where I have 4 clips, because it just doesn't benefit us in any way. So I don't give a fuck. Let's talk about the teddy bear. What's
let's
he
talk about
doing?
the teddy bear. So I've been sleeping with this teddy bear since I was probably around 16. That's when I
Okay.
got him.
Can you-
He's just very comfortable, very huggable, worn down, which is nice texture to him.
Mhm. He looks brand new.
Yeah, I mean, I've had him for like almost 10 years. So
Jeez.
Who got you the teddy bear?
my grandfather.
Oh, that's nice.
My grandfather died before I was born.
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming to the Whole for Everything podcast. It's been a great time. Thank you to Danny for being our first guest. I'm just gonna keep talking before Jake's grandpa pops up or some shit. Thank you, Danny. What are your thoughts on being the first guest on this disaster of a show?
I'm really grateful and surprised because as I stated earlier, it was out of nowhere, and you messaged me at 12:30 in the morning.
That's what the show is. It's out of nowhere. It's out of nowhere. It's spontaneous.
Because I was like, when am I gonna be a guest? And you were like, I don't know. And that was like 4 months ago. So I just figured.
Well, you also said you were leaving, and I was like, oh, okay, we could try to get you on a guest before you leave in person.
You never said that. You never said that to me.
Well, I have a lot of conversations in my head, and Jake will tell you that I do that.
Yeah, and also we have less than a minute. You really need to roll us out.
I have 1:33.
I'm the one recording, so
Oh, all right. Well, thank you guys for coming to the Whole for Everything podcast. Thank you to Danny for coming on to this episode. What is this, 14?
yes.
All right. I don't know how we did this, but we're here. It's 2:15 in the morning. I'm technically at work right now. Don't tell anybody that I'm here
Until we publish this tomorrow.
But you also don't know when we recorded this, so joke's on you. You can't say I did or didn't do anything. Okay, I'm leaving. We're leaving. Goodbye. See you on the next one. Maybe Danny
Love
will
you
come
guys.
again. Love you too.
Love you and miss you.
Miss you too. Hopefully we can all
Absolutely.
hang out post-pandemic or in the forest somewhere with teddy bear. Talk to you guys later.
Teddy bear.
Okay. Bye-bye.
up, bitch?